Farm businesses vary, from home-based farms to acres and acres of land being irrigated. Most of the farms these days occupy a large space as it is, but just how big can they get? In today's video, we're talking about some of the world's largest farms. These places will blow your mind when you see just how big they are, so be sure to stick around till the end so you don't miss out on anything. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. That being said, let's get started. Number 10, Marion Downs. For our first stop, we're going to the Marion Downs, also known as Marion Downs Station. Located about 56 kilometers southwest of Boulia, Marion Downs serves as a leased cattle station for the animals. This farm in Queensland is counted among one of the largest farms in the world. It occupies nearly the entire locality of Amaru and extends even further than that. The sheer size of the farm is no joke, as it occupies a total of 3,070,000 acres. The farm is well watered and kept alive to serve the purpose of cattle farming. Currently, the property is stocked with about 15,000 head of cattle and is owned by the North Australian Pastoral Company. But the most unbelievable fact is that the farm only employs 15 people. All this land and only a total of 15 people to look after it. Those people must be seriously skilled at their job to pull this off. Number 9, Wave Hill. Settled in the northern region of Australia, Wave Hill is one place that has a vast history of its own. The land has seen it all, from exploitation to rebellion. In 1884, the Gurindji people started farming on this land with 1,000 cattle, which later became 15,000 in 10 years, along with 8,000 buffalo. This large-scale farming attracted outsider attention, and soon a station was set on the farm. The people there became unofficial employees of the government and were provided with food, clothes, and tobacco in exchange for their work. And even when they were paid, their wages were 50% less than their fellow working Europeans. But a few years down the lane, the Gurindji people finally recognized the exploitation and went on strikes, moving away from land when their demands went unnoticed. After years of protesting, it was only in 1975 when the Australian government handed over the land lease to the Gurindji people. Through ups and downs, Wave Hill still remains one of the largest farms in the world that has over 50,000 cattle and surrounds 3,330,000 acres of land. Number 8, Inaminka. Okay, now enough with the northern Australian farms. Let's move on to the southern part of Australia. Located more than 200 kilometers southeast of Birdsville, Inaminka serves as a leased pastoral. It's been serving as a cattle station for nearly a century now. The station occupies an area of 13,500 square kilometers and is the second largest station in all of Australia. Looking into its history, the station seems to have suffered a great deal due to nature. Established in 1872 by Robert Bostock, the station had over 8,000 cattle by 1881, but the impressive success of the station didn't last long as it was struck by the wrath of nature. Continuous flood and drought surrounded the settlement once every few years. A drought in 1914 through 1916 killed over 10,000 cattle on the station, and when the area flooded in 1959 with over 21 inches of water in 4 weeks, it was called the vast inland sea of Coopers Creek. But the area management got better with time. Today, Inaminka, which means your shelter, your home, remains true to its name and houses over 13,000 cattle, occupying nearly 3,340,000 acres of land in total. Number 7, Home Valley. Located in Western Australia, Home Valley is one of the most popular holiday destinations since 2006. But even though it serves a new purpose of serving the tourists, it remains an active cattle station. The pastoral lease is currently owned by the Indigenous Land Corporation, along with nearby Kurunjai Station and Durack River Station, which together cover an area of 3,500,000 acres. Being a part of the redevelopment program, the valley was open to tourists in 2005 before it became an official holiday resort in 2006. The valley proved a great secluded place away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The farm also provides a series of activities like horseback riding and hiking. Number 6, Davenport Downs. Davenport is the largest cattle station in Queensland, Australia. The property is a combination of two lands, Davenport Downs and Springvale. The whole 3,700,000 acres of land is used as a cattle farm and is part of a bullock fattening operation. It can operate with over 29,000 heads of cattle. The whole place is looked over by 10 staff members who live on the property. The station is equipped with all necessities for both the cattle and the staff members. The property also has a great water supply throughout the year, as there are many waterways that tap into the Great Artesian Basin, as well as the Diamantina River. Unfortunately, it also means that the station is prone to floods during heavy rainfalls. The station has quite an interesting history of drought and floods. But what stands out are a few series of bizarre events that took place here. In 1930, the body of an unfortunate German traveler named J.J. Lelands was found at a wayside camp at Davenport. He was said to have died of dehydration at Springvale, and his body was later washed down by floodwater. In 1992, the station was infested with feral cats, and the problem got so out of hand that the government had to send in sharpshooters to cull the cats. They shot down 500 cats within 3 days, and it took a while before the whole problem was sorted. Number 5. Alexandria. Alexandria is the Northern Territory's largest pastoral property and Australia's third largest cattle station. If we go 173 kilometers northwest of Camooweal and 270 kilometers east of Tennant Creek, we reach Alexandria, which occupies around 4 million acres of plain land for cattle farming. Alexandria is the biggest and oldest property owned by Northern Australian Pastoral Company. The farm is covered by Mitchell grass that supports a herd of 55,000 cattle and even spares some more, which allows the owner to harvest hay to send to other properties. Initially, only the Brahman breed was farmed here because they're more adapted to the heat and harsh environment. But as years went by, Elmont and Charbray breeds were added to the herd. The land is managed by 50 people who live and work here. We can only imagine how tough it is for them when the floods roll in. Not just that, the farm has quite an interesting history where 2 unfortunate deaths have occurred on this secluded farm. One in 1885, when a station hand named Ross was killed by an alleged axe-wielding assailant. Witnesses said that the murderer was one of the Aboriginal people who were camping nearby, and a search was conducted with no final result. Another man died in the same year. John Corbett was digging a well when the dynamite he was using exploded prematurely, killing him shortly after. Accompanied by a series of record-breaking floods and droughts, for a secluded place, this farm sure has a lot going for itself. Number 4. Clifton Hills. Clifton Hills is the second largest farm in Australia, situated around 4,200,000 acres south of Birdsville. In an area this big, the nearest population around is still a day's drive away. This is one of the first farms to use road transport as means of cattle delivery, aside from rail transport. The station was established in 1876, and since then it's had many owners. The most recent event was when it was put up for sale in 2018. The area was put up for sale along with 18,000 heads of cattle and was bought by 2 people. The farm carries a head of 18,000 cattle and is licensed for up to 21,500 more. A land as big as a town. We can only imagine how much it sold for because no further information is available about the trade. Number 3. Anna Creek Station. Finally, we're down to the top 3. Let's wrap up our Australian farm tour with their biggest station ever, Anna Creek Station. While all farms on our list are big, the remaining 3 farms are ridiculously massive, both in size and capacity. The station is only slightly larger than Israel, occupying a grand total of 6 million acres. The nearest town to the station is William Creek, which is still a day's ride away. So if you're planning to visit the station, you better be prepared to stay the night. Secluded from civilization, the station has every basic necessity to work on its own. They use motorbikes and even aircraft around the animals. The property was established in 1863. It was originally used for sheep farming, but due to constant dingo attacks causing massive losses, they decided to switch to cattle. By 2007, it carried only 1,500 head of cattle due to the droughts of the 2000s. The station only restocked around 2011. Now it can carry around 16,500 cattle on a good season. But did you know that despite being so secluded, the station has access to television and the internet, and every once in a while you can even expect a helicopter to deliver your things for you? Number 2. Modern Dairy. For number 2 on our list, let's go to the most populated country in the world, China. In Anhui, China, a farm surrounding 11 million acres is located. Established in 2005, the farm is equipped with all the modern facilities technology can offer. It started with a whopping 40,000 cattle head, but it didn't fare well at first. In fact, in the initial years, the dairy struggled to make a profit as a rumor was spread that they sell milk off cows that are positive with bovine tuberculosis. But once the rumor was tackled and the farm assured everyone that they produced only the best quality milk, there was no stopping them. The cattle head increased with the years, and soon modern dairy became the largest dairy farm in terms of herd sizes, as well as the largest raw milk provider in China. Number 1, Mudanjiang City Mega Farm. But the title of the king still belongs to Mudanjiang City Farm. This mega city farm covers an area of 22,500,000 acres. That's 2 times bigger than modern dairy and nearly 4 times the size of Anna Creek. This is the most recent established farm on our list. It was established in 2015 as a response to the Russian ban on dairy products, where it's set up to fill the loss of dairy products on the market. If the sheer size of the farm wasn't shocking to you, hear this. The farm has around 100,000 cows and can produce around 800 million liters of milk in a year. The farm is equipped with modern farming equipment and is very efficient. Over the years, the outlet of the farm seems only to grow bigger. That was it for today, guys. Which one of the above shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like these.